Alright, Marie's still not here. Yet. She's an hour and 15 minutes late. I'm not the latest one. True. So today
I was the first one actually. I was here before Annie.
This is like my apartment, but he was here first. But anyways, yeah, this is Marie's seat, but now it's for Andre's knees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's also always on point.
But not today.
Not today.
Not today.
She had priorities.
That's true, yeah. She was getting her hair done, so it was important. But I can't believe it literally took all day long.
No,
Like, she got there at 9 a.m. It's 6 p.m.
9 a.m.?
I think she got there 8 or 9.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
It's so early.
I know.
To do the hair.
Literally.
God.
So, yeah. Anyways, we'll let you know when she's here. Okay.
What are you doing? Okay.
Welcome.
Oh, we're recording already.
We are.
Will that be the introduction?
Yeah, it's just get started. Like, you know, we're all begun. Okay, well, anyways, welcome to the Half Sweet podcast. We're all half sweet. Half?
I'm totally sweet.
Yeah, I'm totally sweet. I guess I am too. Maybe a little bit.
There's no bitterness in here.
Just sweetness? Okay, 100% sweet over here. That's true. You can be...
I'm like way Tang.
Wait, Baba.
Yeah, way Tang Baba.
True.
She's actually Tang Baba right now.
Anyways, yeah, so this is the podcast. I know it's a bit of a different setup. I know in my first pilot episode I was in Canada, but then all this stuff happened and now I'm in Taiwan with my...
Did you post the first one yet?
No, but I'm going to post it together. I'm going to post the pilot episode and then I'm going to post this one at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So people see the jump of I was in Canada and then now I'm in Taiwan, this little room, filming my podcast. So, yeah, so anyways, that's why we're on the podcast. I invited my friends, you know?
Hi.
Yeah. I guess we can just introduce ourselves.
I mean, if you're watching the YouTube channel, you should know us already.
True. You should be watching the YouTube
Are
channel.
you loyal subscribers?
Strawberry. This is like an interview.
Wait, what do we say?
Oh, okay. I'll start. How about I'll go first
okay.
since I guess I'm I don't know, creating the podcast. Well, I created the podcast with my friend in Canada, but he ain't here right now because he's still in Canada. So I was like, okay, I'll just bring the podcast here, you know, with my friends, do some stuff. But my name is Annie, and I do have a YouTube channel already, but I was like, why don't I just make a podcast? And I'm going to be here in Taiwan for the next 6 months or so, and I thought it'd be fun to film because everyone's so international. I mean, not everyone, but the people that I hang out with are very international, so I just feel like it would provide a lot of different perspectives. And I don't know, we always hang out, we always sit and talk, and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing everyone making TikTok podcasts. I'm like, okay, I'm going to start one as well. So yeah, that's what I did. And then, yeah, so...
Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, my name's Annie.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Oh yeah, you don't know who I am? Just kidding. My name's Annie, and I'm half Taiwanese, so that's why I'm here. And I am 24 years old. I grew up in Canada my whole life, but now I'm in Taiwan trying to, learn Chinese, work a little bit, do some social media stuff, enjoy my life. Yeah. Yeah. Just enjoy life. A short little intro like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about more later.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Andre?
Oh. Hi. Why does it feel so awkward?
What's wrong with you?
Alright, do you want me to ask you some questions?
Sure.
Alright, so where are you from?
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Andre. I'm from California. I'm 26 years old. I moved to Taiwan right after I graduated university, so I was 22 at that time. So this is my 5th year now. I'm teaching English here, but on the side I also make some content as well on TikTok, YouTube, trying YouTube, and yeah, that's...
Now you're a podcaster.
Now I'm a podcaster.
Add it to your list of titles.
The half sweet team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll explain why I called it Half Sweet later, but let's just introduce everyone first. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marie. I am 24 years old. I'm French Caribbean. I came to Taiwan because I felt like it was a nice place to live, and it was very short, but yeah, that's me.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak French, Spanish, Chinese, and a bit of Creole. Yeah, I do speak English too.
Yeah.
But you know that, I guess.
All right,
Wow.
Bruna.
Okay, so My name is Bruna, and I'm Taiwanese Brazilian. So I moved to Taiwan. Actually, was like because of COVID. So I came to Taiwan, but my plan was not be like to be here for a long term. But I ended up like restarting a college here. So basically, I studied 3 years of college back to Brazil, and then now I just had to start like a new college here. So yeah, basically now I'm gonna be here for like long term, which is kind of, I don't know if it's sad or
Sad to be here long term.
no, I think it's like not sad to be. I don't know.
It's sad to be stuck. You like being here, but you don't like being
Yeah,
stuck
it's just like
the
you know,
feeling that you have to be here.
yeah, to start the college especially,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
because I couldn't do other stuff instead of like, you know, doing college
College
here.
here.
And again, like taking the same subject and I cannot transfer the credits and everything. So
Yeah,
that's the suck part.
Yeah, it's a bit of a complicated
Yeah.
situation, but I mean, I'm happy you're here.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah, I'm happy that we're here.
Oh.
Yeah, because a lot of people like come in and out of Taiwan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you too.
I did, me too.
Oh yeah,
I was here for like a year, then I left for 5 months,
Uh-huh,
then
yeah.
somehow I came back, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bring my podcast stuff.
Who's been here the longest?
You, right?
you.
Yeah, you.
But
Yes.
I was here first, right? Because
Oh,
I was
wait.
born
She
here.
was born. I was here. Well, my ancestors traveled from this island to the Philippines.
Anyways, just stating that.
I was really Taiwanese.
I was born here. 1998.
Yeah.
I first landed. We decided with our time that we will just do a podcast here, and it is called Half Sweet. And actually, my friend Christian came up with the name Half Sweet. He was like writing a whole list of things, all these different like references to like bubble tea or like I don't know, just like things that we liked. And then I saw the Half Sweet, and I'm like, oh, the Half Sweet podcast. Like that sounds really nice. Partially because actually it doesn't have to do necessarily with ethnicity, but more so with like culture.
Yeah.
Because we all have like more than one
Yeah.
culture behind our backs, you know, right? So, I mean, Canadian, Taiwanese, and so forth, you can see. And then it's also a reference to Taiwan, though, because sometimes the... Oops.
Be real
Oh,
time.
be real? Is that be real?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
I
Oh, should we do
wanna
be
say
real
this.
real quickly?
Be real.
Okay, ready? Wow, that's very cute. Okay, alright. Oh, where was I? I think it was like something about... Oh, yeah,
About,
the
like,
reference, like Half Sweet is
Sweet.
also a reference to like bubble tea, and we're in Taiwan right now because sometimes the drinks are really sweet. So you need to get like 50% sugar. So half sweet, you know? Get it?
Got it.
I always
Okay.
order utang though.
Ooh, tang. Is that zero?
Yeah.
Like
Me too,
zero
yeah. I do
sugar.
actually get zero sugar.
I get house sweet actually.
Yeah,
You do?
yeah, it is a common.
Yeah.
In Canada, I would always get like half sweet. Then, like as I started to know more and more, I started getting like zero sugar. But
I like it.
yeah, I don't know.
Very smart.
It's a reference to bubble tea. It's a reference to culture. It's honestly like I like.
And also our personality, you know.
Yeah.
We're sweet.
We're so sweet, you know. And also too, like my Instagram name is Strawberry. Like
Oh, yeah,
strawberries are sweet. I don't know. I think it has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a bit of more of like a introductory podcast. So I will be asking some questions. Oh, okay. Wait. You did say. Did you say that you were from Brazil? You did mention that you were Taiwanese Brazilian, right?
Yeah,
You
Taiwanese.
mentioned. Did we? Should we like more? You were from Phil.
I just said
oh,
I'm American.
yes.
I didn't say Filipino.
Sorry, not Philippines. Oh, okay. I was just like
California.
maybe
I said
we
California,
could go
yeah.
over like where we're from and just
From?
maybe
Like where we
yeah,
lived.
like where we
Explain it.
lived before
Oh.
Taiwan.
Like my address, like
Exactly.
base.
Like, but yeah, maybe like where you were before and then like
Coming.
before coming here
Okay.
and just what it was like living there because we
Like
came
before
from
coming here like forever because
no, just like before
Like right before Taiwan.
yeah, right before
Okay,
Taiwan. Where were you
Okay.
and why?
Okay.
Because I think
And
we
why?
came from like
Oh, and
all
why?
different parts of
Yeah.
the world and somehow ended up in Taiwan. You know?
I was in the Hong Kong airport.
Oh.
Right before Taiwan.
Interesting.
Right before Taiwan.
I stopped in Amsterdam.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That's a nice
Nice,
layover.
nice.
Yeah, it was.
All right, Bruna.
So before I came to Taiwan, I was in Brazil, and I was doing college there. So
And you-
basically,
Grew up in Brazil, right?
yeah, I was born and then I grew up in Brazil. It's because my parents actually, my dad is Taiwanese and my mom is Chinese. She's from China. So they actually met each other in Brazil. So they all like went to Brazil because of work. That's why I was born there. So basically, yeah.
So you live your whole life there, and then
Yeah, I lived my whole life
now your whole
there.
family's here.
Yeah, now my like everything's here. Like everything.
no
I
one's
think.
in Brazil anymore.
No. Like my brother, he's not here. He's in New York right now.
Oh.
He's studying there. But he was here, and he was in Brazil also. But now he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
So basically my whole family, my parents, they're here. Everything's like kind of set up here already. So that's why like I feel not going back there like anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But did you like living in Brazil?
I think compared to Taiwan, there are like so many. It's more like I prefer to live here than Brazil, because in Brazil, like, you know, my parents, they were like more strict also, and it's not that convenient as Taiwan. So that's why I prefer like to live in Taiwan compared to Brazil. But also like I miss Brazil, like in way like I don't know, my friends and also the food. I think it is the things.
Two things,
Yeah,
yeah.
two things I miss.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, Marie.
Yeah, well, before that, I was studying in Paris, but then
Oui.
because I was born in France, but I was raised partially in Martinique, which is a small French island in the Caribbean. But then for my studies, I was in Paris.
What about Paris? Paris contrasts.
I
Taiwan.
liked being a student in Paris, but my mood is very affected by the weather.
Yeah,
Like
true.
Paris is like rainy all the time.
Yeah, you need
And also
beaches.
and it's less safe too. So I like the safety and the weather of Taiwan. So I was like, bye Paris.
I feel like everyone's trying to go to Paris, and like Marie's just like
no.
trying to leave Paris.
Enough.
I don't want to visit Paris.
I've never been to Paris.
Yeah.
So
You don't want to visit?
I mean, I don't know. It's not really like up on my.
Have you- oh, you haven't
It's
been?
the most touristic city in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just see all these TikToks about how rude people are, and I'm like a little turned off.
You need to learn French before. Or go with
Or go with
a French
go with
speaker.
someone.
You go with a French speaker is always better, for sure.
Oh, I see.
Well, okay, well I do know more people from France.
I started to meet so much like French people when I came to Taiwan. I didn't know like any like real French
Yeah.
people until I came
Except
here.
me and Barbara.
No, I mean like back in Canada.
Oh,
'Cause,
in
like I mean Canada, like Quebec and Montreal, but that's on the
Yeah.
other side of the country for me.
Mm.
So in like my city, I didn't know anyone really that like was French, European French. Yeah. All right, Andre, you're up.
What was the question?
Oh, the question's just like, where do you live before Taiwan?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Filipino American, but I was born and raised in California, the Bay Area, Silicon Valley. Well, partly my life, so I was born there, and then part of my life I grew up in the Central Valley, like a small farm town actually in California. And then I went to a private university in Northern California, a small town called Redding. I was like in the mountains. I really liked that because, I mean, I like to hike, so I think that's where my love for hiking and nature developed. But I was there for 4 years, and then every summer I had like several internships actually in Latin America, like different Latin American countries. I originally wanted to move to Latin America after graduating university. Couldn't really find exactly what I was looking for. And then I had a friend who was already coming to Taiwan. Just kind of convinced by her to come here.
Is she still here?
She is not. I outlived her. Not like that. Sorry.
Is she dead?
No, no, no. Oh my gosh. I'm knock on wood. I outstayed her. Is what I meant. Yeah. So we moved. Actually, we went on the same flight, same day, just different flights because she bought her flights before. But yeah, so I was in California before this, and then it was 2018, July of 2018 that I moved to. Yeah, there are some.
Oh, she has popcorn.
Like very So yeah, it was July of 2018 that I moved here.
Wow, July 2018. Doesn't seem that long ago, actually. Even though when you say like 5 years ago, it seems like a long time.
Yeah,
Or 4 years.
We're closer to 2025 than 2018.
Oh my god. Jeez, that's scary, actually.
It does sound like a long time ago.
2018?
Anything, yeah, anything before 2020. seems
Really? I
like
feel like
a-
2018, I'm
Really?
like, oh yeah,
Like
it's just
before
2020.
COVID, you know?
So-
There's like
Oh, I guess so.
before COVID and after COVID periods.
That's
To
true.
me, I keep thinking 2017 was 3 years ago.
Yeah, same. Same. I literally feel like it's not that long ago. Like, I feel like
That's very
2016 sounds long to me. Like, that was a long time ago. But 2017 sounds okay
I still
to
think
me.
the 80s was 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's why I feel that.
I wasn't even
Oh,
born, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, the 80s was 20 years
Oh,
ago.
my God. And then for me, I even though I was born in Taiwan, I lived my whole life in Canada, and I grew up in Canada, and I lived in the same city. I'm from like this city called Calgary. You probably don't know what it is, but it's just a city in Canada. And then I was like, okay, I need to like get out of my comfort zone, and I've been here my whole life, so I would like to just do something different. And I decided on Taiwan just because I do have relatives here, and at least there's like a little bit of like a support group for me instead of like just going to some random country and not knowing anyone or anything. So that's why I chose Taiwan. And yeah, I like lived here for a year already, and then I went back to Canada for 5 months, tried to figure out my life. Didn't really work out, and then I was like, I'm just gonna come back to Taiwan and like we'll try, see what happens, you know? So yeah, that's why I'm back here in Taiwan. But yeah, we got the whole world here, basically, almost.
We got a lot of continents.
Yeah, we do. We're covering a lot of continents.
The Americas.
Oh yeah,
Europe.
But like even culture-wise.
I've lived in Senegal. No, I mean not in Senegal, but I've lived in West Africa.
Yeah, and then you've lived in Taiwan, Brazil. Where else you lived? You've traveled.
Yeah,
Like, it's like North
travel.
America and South America and Europe.
And then we're in Asia.
And then
I guess we don't have like
No
Australia
Australians or
and like
Antarcticans.
yeah, true. Okay. The Antarcticans.
The Antarcticans. Where are you in Taiwan?
Hello?
I think it would be
Do
easier
better.
to find
Yeah.
Australians.
Why you
Yeah.
I don't have any
Australians.
Australians friends though.
Australian?
I know I have one
I've
Australian.
never met.
Australian?
Yeah.
Irene. Irene is Australian.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I've met Australians here, but I'm not like super close with any Australians
Yeah. Okay, Irene.
here. No, Matt. Matt is Australian. Well, kind of. He has an Australian accent.
He went to high school here, no?
Yeah, but he has an Australian accent.
Yeah.
Matt?
Like my old roommate's friend has
He's
a
from Australia.
But he studied in Australia for quite a long time.
yeah, but if you
he has
study somewhere,
family there
doesn't
too,
mean
though.
Oh.
Like if he has roots to anywhere, it'd be Australia.
Oh.
Like for up besides Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, let's invite our Australian friends next
true.
time.
Yeah, we'll find some Australians, but yeah. Okay, we'll move on with the podcast. So, how about we do let's do what you dislike about living in Taiwan, because I feel like we obviously like Taiwan. Okay, like we live here. We're all here for a reason. You know, there's lots of things to like convenience, and you know, it's easy to get. You know, there's a lot of good things about Taiwan. So let's just like, oh, that's your mom.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll tell her I call her back later. Right?
Okay.
I'll just text her.
No worries. But yeah, just like one thing you don't really like about Taiwan, about living here.
One thing.
Salary.
Only one thing?
Yeah, choose just one thing.
Just one thing?
Yeah.
One thing.
I'm gonna make a whole video. I'm just kidding. I love Taiwan. Who's gonna start?
The salaries are not that great compared to Europe,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess the cost of living is
Like
a bit
offset.
lower. But still, the rent is not that low, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Taipei
true.
at least is like
Yeah,
so
Taipei. I guess it's
wildly
Taipei.
expensive for no reason.
Yeah, Taipei. It's not Taiwan, it's Taipei.
Yeah.
Also, the weather in Taipei can be
weather.
not so
Yeah.
great sometimes.
Yeah, it's quite rainy.
You know what's funny about living though? Because when I first moved to Taiwan from California, at least, I was like, "Wow, living here is so cheap! Like the rent and everything, like it's amazing."
Yeah.
And then I visited a friend who lived in Taichung, and they were asking me about like my rent in Taipei, and I told them, and it was maybe around like 300, 350 USD for my first year that I was here, and they were like all flabbergasted. They were like, "Oh my gosh, Taekwondo, like so expensive!" Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Is it?" I'm like,
My
"Am
My
I
first time
getting
living in
ripped
Taiwan, I was
off?"
in Kaohsiung, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like everything was so cheap, like the rent, even the
Oh
food.
yeah.
And when I moved here, I was kind of expecting to spend the same amount of money, and I was like, oh, this is not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've adjusted now to actually think of it in an expensive way. But my first year, I was like, oh yeah, in comparison to California, like, I'm straight chilling.
Same. I actually feel that
yeah.
way because like I'm coming from Canada and it's kind of it's quite expensive actually compared to Taipei even.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, Taipei's like it's good for me. It is expensive, but it's not like the same as like Canada.
So what do you dislike?
What I dislike about Taiwan, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like how my family is so far away.
That's not Taiwan.
That's not about Taiwan.
That's you. You choose to move. That's not Taiwan's fault.
That's a you issue.
Yeah, it's a me problem. Alright, what's a Taiwan problem?
Not a problem. Just something.
I do think it's a little, like, the summers are very, very hot and humid. Like, it's a little too excessive. Like, it's just a bit too much and I get burned really easily.
Okay. That's the number one thing I hate about Taiwan, actually.
Like,
the
really?
humidity. I've been to so many like countries close to the equator. I've stood on the equator.
Mm-hmm. And was it that humid?
No, and it hasn't. It's not as humid.
It's not bothering me that
You mean
much.
I don't mind that
Really?
much. It's just like a little
it
bit.
kills me. I hate it.
Yeah.
I would rather
I
have
hate
the hot summer right now than the cold winter, and that's humid too.
I think it's just the humidity, whether or not cold. It's like summer, winter, whatever. I think it's just the humidity that I'm like. But it's just because California is also so dry.
Yeah, Canada's really dry too. But I think the humidity is good for my skin, so I'm like,
Good?
yeah, it's good for my skin.
Good?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my
It's
god.
just
Unless you're wearing a mask, because then it's
Yeah.
like sweaty. But if you're not
For
wearing a
real?
mask, it's better to have humidity, because otherwise your skin gets so dry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but I feel like after I moved to Taiwan, my skin just got
Maybe
so
it's because of
bad.
the mask.
Really?
No, it's not the. It's
The pollution,
in my
maybe.
forehead.
Oh, really?
It's not even the mask part. It's
Maybe
like,
pollution.
but in Brazil
Yeah.
was like very
Tattoo?
polluted. Yeah, so that's why I
That's
that's
what it's
why I was like, no, the weather here is like real bad. I hate it.
Is that what you dislike
Yeah.
the most?
The weather.
Yeah, I was thinking about him. Like, I think it's the weather. But it's like
hot
the
or it's cold.
hot.
Oh.
Wait,
I think cold is fine.
I
Actually.
like
yeah, I don't like the weather here.
Yeah,
it's
like,
not that bad.
it's just
No,
when
I
raining.
hate the rain. I love
Really?
the summer.
It's just the raining.
I hate the heat
Really?
of northern Taiwan. I think it's a lot more
It's
comfortable.
different.
Like feels a lot better. Like
In
in southern
southern
Taiwan, it's just
Taiwan.
not
It's more
as
windy
humid.
and everything.
Yeah.
The
true.
breeze, it's nicer.
Yeah.
I agree.
Is it easy to make friends here? How long did it take you to make a solid group of friends? Because we've all been here for 5 years, couple years, and then I think I've been here the least amount of
Yeah.
like
The combined years.
combined years I think. So, how about you start
Just
since you haven't started first yet?
Oh, I guess I've been here the longest as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's actually been. I always say it's my turn to leave because as someone who's been for 5 years, I've had like different friend groups like
Mhm.
every year that I've been here.
Are we your favorite?
Yes, you said that like 2022 was like your best year or something.
Right, it's because I met them. I've gone through so many different friend groups like every year, and that's because. I came with somebody
Mhm.
from my university, and she already knew people, and so kind of like met people through her. And then my second year, I started going to Shida, taking classes like for Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
But the majority of those people are only here for like a semester or so.
Yeah.
And so I was there for a year, and so like each semester, like things were changing. Some people left after a year,
Mm-hmm.
and so. Wow, how am I going with this conversation?
Oh, just it's easy to make friends.
Oh.
Like, have you made a solid friend group? Like,
I think easy.
easy to make friends.
I would say, yeah. I mean, if you put yourself out there, it shouldn't be that difficult. I would say the majority of my friends, I mean, actually most of them, all of them, have been organic in the sense like I met them somewhere
Yeah.
or connected through someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe it's just I'm more extroverted, so that's why it seems easy to make
Yeah,
friends.
that's true.
Yeah.
But you're not organic.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
My girlfriends come from Bumble BFF.
Yeah, Bumble BFF. The three of us met on Bumble BFF.
I tried Bumble BFF, but
But
like,
yeah, it works better for girls.
yeah, the guys are kind of like dry. They're like, hey, what's up, what's up?
I feel like guys, it's just a little different to make
It's
friends.
weird.
It's great
Yeah.
though. Like most of my girlfriends I met here are from Bumble BFF.
Same.
You know?
Yeah.
And it works so well.
Yeah.
Because you can like just filter what type of person you want to be friends with.
Sponsored by the podcast sponsored by Bumble BFF.
Yeah, we wish.
So
One day.
Yeah, I think it's easy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's way
Personally.
easier than Canada. I feel like in Canada, everyone's so spaced out
Because
and no
here
one wants
there's
to
like
talk to each other.
the international community, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
easier
Yeah.
to hang out with other people that are in the
Mhm.
international community. Whether in France, I'm just another
Everyone,
French
yeah.
person. You know?
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah. And it's like limited amount of people that you can actually talk to.
Yeah.
Like if you
Like, it's a
are
small
speaking
group,
English.
yeah.
English speakers.
And everyone knows everyone.
Like everyone's connected with some way. Like, oh, you know
Yeah.
that person, you know that person, or you go to like all the same parties consistently, or like
Yeah.
certain nights at clubs, and you see the same
Yeah.
people. You don't know them, but like
No.
you know them.
I have to say hi to them. You know?
Yeah.
And you know they're not even my friends.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
But I guess
I always say
making friends with Taiwanese people,
Yeah.
maybe that's different.
Making friends with Taiwanese people? Oh, yeah. I don't really have Taiwanese
Yeah.
friends.
Because I have like Taiwanese friends, but not Taiwanese friends.
Like,
Yeah.
from
Not that you're
born and
Taiwanese,
raised
right?
Taiwanese.
Yes. I mean,
Because
my
the culture is
cousin,
different.
but that's about it.
Culture's different.
Yeah.
I have Taiwanese friends just because my first year I was going to a church,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's where I met the majority of my local friends, and then people through them as well.
We speak to them in Chinese.
Half Chinese, half English.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Andre's Chinese is really good.
Hi, how? It's okay.
Hello.
It's okay, lah. It's okay. Good news, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, Bruna, what about you? How was it for making friends here?
I feel like because when I came here, I was not doing anything, like I was not joining anything, like social thing. So for example, I would say like going to college or taking some classes that you can meet people, because I was like doing online. I was taking online classes. So
From Brazil?
yeah, from Brazil.
Okay.
So at the beginning it was like very hard. I was like, oh my god, when I go back to Brazil, I don't know anyone here. I don't have friends. How can I meet people like, here?
Yeah.
And then
When did you start like making friends?
so like basically I started like Chinese school first. The Shida, also in Shida, I took like Chinese. But they were like not my friends. Like we sometimes get lunch together, but not like friends, you know?
Right.
Like to do stuff, like everything.
Classmates.
Yeah, they were like more classmates than friends, you know?
Where were they from?
They were like from, also like, they're very international, like all from States or from, I don't know where, like Japan or somewhere.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're like very international also. And one of the things that when I came here, actually, I was not really confident with my English. So yeah, I was like more confident actually to speak in Chinese than English, because back to Brazil, I don't use like
English at all.
at all.
Oh, just like
So-
Portuguese and
and
Chinese.
Chinese with my
Right.
family. So like English was not I was like, oh my god, I cannot speak English.
Right, yeah.
And then after I got into NTU, and then I make some friends there, but also like more international than Taiwanese people. And then period like was COVID time, so like a lot of international students, they were like coming back, so doing like also this kind of program in NTU. And after this they like also went back to their own country. So I broke up, right, in my like past relationship. So I started like using more Bumble. But I was not using Bumble BFF. I was like only the dates. So I started like going on dates, and that time I started like using more like my English, and then I was like feeling more comfortable to speak English with them and everything. And then I think that at that time when I started like feeling more comfortable and using like Bumble to meet new people, even like dates, I started like meeting more like people in Taiwan.
So your dates help you make friends?
My dates, I think I would say, meet like more people here, and also make me feel more comfortable to speak like English and make more friends that is more like international, because I was not really feeling, because I met like some Taiwanese friends and I was not feeling really
connected.
Yeah, like we can like it's very nice, but also like the topic that we talk and the conversation, the interactions,
It's kind
like
of surface level.
Yeah,
It's hard to like culturally connect.
Yeah, exactly. It was like this. So I think like when I started like feeling more comfortable speaking English, I could make more like effort also to know more international people. So so in the period, I think.
Yeah, that's
but it was like a long I think for me take a long, kind of pretty long time, like few months to really like
settle in.
Because at the beginning I was like, oh my god, I have no friends here, like I want to go back.
I know. I feel like it's hard. Like if you don't have friends in the city, it's like, so hard.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I'm such a social person. If I don't have friends, it's
It's like really
same. Yeah. I mean, like in Canada, I would say it's really hard to make friends because it just seems like no one wants to be friends. I don't know why. Maybe they just didn't want to be friends with me. I don't know.
But I was studying when I was in Paris, so that's how I made friends.
Oh, I was studying too in Canada, but
I think it's because
I couldn't make friends.
Maybe that's just you.
Also a me problem.
Use deodorant.
I think we're seeing a reoccurring thing
I
here.
actually don't use deodorant.
Maybe you stink.
Wait, no, like, do you guys use deodorant?
No, I don't.
I don't
I
use
do.
deodorant.
I do.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
I don't stink.
I haven't used deodorant my whole life.
We're gonna get mad judged.
Wait, but I'm not using deodorant?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't use deodorant.
I think Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Asian
Asian is not.
I think
It's not
Asians don't
common.
use-
I use deodorant.
Yeah, I've never smelled. I've never felt like you smelled bad.
Because I use deodorant.
Oh,
So
but like,
we smell bad, maybe.
maybe that's why I didn't make friends again.
No, but I think it's proven that Asian have like a different type of glands. And
It's Koreans
Oh, it's not
specifically,
just
Really?
Asians?
and not as maybe East Asians, but
I think
Koreans
it's
mostly.
East Asian. And also like the ear wax.
Oh, it's
Oh,
different.
our wax
Oh,
is dry.
ear?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
The
Your earwax
earwax?
is dry, right?
Yeah,
Yours
mine's
dry.
No, I meant
earwax.
like your earwax. Is it flaky?
Oh,
Like it
flaky?
comes off like as flakes?
When you touch
No,
it,
it's like dry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
dry.
it's
It's dry.
But why is it different now?
It's
mine is
different.
not dry. It's more like
It's
Why? Wait, there is something
Asians
related.
Asians
Yeah.
have dry earwax.
For real? I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's
Oh,
why it's like
okay.
a genetic thing. So that's why.
It is a genetic thing.
Yeah.
and also you
Oh.
smell less. You don't smell sweaty.
Oh.
Oh.
That's the same gene, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so. I mean, I had a couple of friends
In Canada.
in Canada. I had like a few, you know, like
Yeah.
a handful of like good friends. But I feel like in Taiwan, it's so easy to just like meet someone and be like, hey, let's go grab brunch. Like, oh, let's go for a bike ride. Let's hang out. Like, and on top of that, there's like so many things to do here.
I think it's
So-
partly because, especially if you're using apps like Bumble BFF,
Mhm.
people are on that with the intention of meeting
Yeah.
others who
Yeah.
are probably similarly like living here, traveling here. They're coming from
Yeah.
different places. They want
Mhm.
people they can connect with who can understand why they're here.
Yeah.
exactly.
Whereas I feel like back in your hometown, I mean, you are all Canadian
Yeah,
per se, but it's
true.
not like, and maybe there's less intention because it's like you grew up there. The friends are already. You should have had friends over there, like friends.
I did.
School and everything.
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Yeah, I did have those friends, yeah. But yeah, no, moving to Taiwan, I thought it was actually like really easy because right away, like within like settling in and everything, I met Marie, and then Marie met Bruna, and then I
Bruno
saw you on
introduced us,
TikTok.
Like, Anna.
Oh yeah, introduced us to some other friends, and then also it's really easy to make friends through social media, I feel like.
Yeah.
Nowadays, so yeah, I don't know, I thought it was actually really easy, and I was so shocked because in the first time in my entire life I was like, oh my god, like I don't have a friend issue. Like I thought I had a friend making issue back in Canada, but I'm like no, it was
You're
just
not. It's just
moving in
I
Canada.
understand
Yeah.
that. I feel like if I
It
moved back to the States, I'd like be like, so how do people make friends?
Yeah, literally, it's
I would
hard.
go on Bumble BFF again.
Me too. I did go back on Bumble BFF, and it did work actually. It did work definitely. I think it's a really good app. But yeah, anyway, so it didn't take me very long. But it's funny because like I met you guys first. Like you're the first person I met on Bumble BFF, and then I like maintained like that friendship
Yeah,
till
true.
now.
That's
I
Whereas
think it was the first one too. It was you and then Muriel.
yeah, and a lot of other girls I met on Bumble BFF, I didn't maintain
Yeah,
the
it's-
friendship actually.
But some of them I just talked to them, but very few I actually
Like
met
go
them
and meet up with them.
and actually didn't like maybe only one. I met her and didn't stay in touch, but I didn't meet with that many.
Oh, I see.
And the ones I met up with actually
Oh.
stayed
Still
in
stay in
touch.
touch.
I've met up with a lot of different girls, and I did not stay in
The
touch with
Bumble?
a lot. Bumble or Instagram, like just through social media. Like
Oh.
I feel like I've met so many people here in this like year that I lived, and so many of them I was like,
I cannot get along with everyone.
yeah, exactly. It's not that like we didn't get along. It was just kind of like it's a lot of effort, you know, to
Yeah, you
like
cannot have that many friends if you
Yeah.
don't, if you don't have like a real bond like when
Yeah.
exactly. And I feel like it's easier because like we all get along, so it's
Yeah.
like we all can just like
Like
hang out
together,
together,
yeah.
It's better.
you know. But yeah,
True.
what about dating in Taiwan? Your rough general thoughts on dating in Taiwan.
It's
We can
fine.
go into specifics later in another episode. We'll just introduce it here so you know what's coming.
It's fun. I've been in a relationship for like 6 years, and now it's different to be single and like meeting new guys and everything. So I like it.
It's very international here. Like you got your ABCs. There's some
Yeah.
locals. What else is there?
Do you mostly date locals?
No.
So it's ABCs.
Have
and
you-
foreigners.
Yeah,
Foreigners.
foreigners too. Yeah.
so is the question then dating amongst like dating with locals or dating?
Maybe just like your thoughts on dating in Taiwan. Like, is it any different from back from like? Did you date?
I
much
didn't.
back in the US?
No, I didn't date at all when I
Oh,
was in the
okay.
States.
Okay, same. I didn't
So
date in
it's hard to
Canada either.
compare.
Same. I don't even know what dating in Canada is like. I don't even know how to make friends in
Yeah.
Canada. Canada.
Only-
The whole time.
I just
Staying home.
Literally, like I just,
Again, I think it's a you problem.
I think I have many problems apparently.
Roasting
Yeah.
at podcast.
This is the non-half sweet card that I was talking about actually.
Yeah.
Andre is not sweet what we told you.
Yeah, utang.
There you go.
But not true.
Dating.
Did you date? Did you date in Brazil?
We had
You have
a.
a boyfriend.
No, yeah, I had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's the problem also. Yeah, but I had a boyfriend. But I feel like if I dated, like, I was single in Brazil, also would be fun, you know, like, because
Being single is fun.
Being single is fun.
And adding Brazil in that.
Yeah, caliente.
Yeah. Hey.
exactly. But I feel like it's because, like, I'm more into Asian guys. So in Brazil, I think there are like a lot also, you know, Asian Brazilian, you know, and then
Yeah, but there's more Asian people here.
but it's
True.
it is Asian Brazilian, so like they can it's
They're
like
different.
the
They're
cultural.
different species.
Yeah,
It is
it's like-
really different.
Yeah, it's really different. The
Asian
way-
Brazilian. I never even knew it. Like,
Yeah,
I've never
Asian
met an
Brazilian.
Asian
I never
Brazilian.
existed before.
Oh, Bruna, you know.
Before you guys,
Really?
though.
Before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Asian Canadians.
But not Asian Brazilian.
But isn't
No.
there like a huge Japanese population
Yeah.
in Brazil? Like I know about
Like
that. I met a
Japanese.
Japanese Brazilian
Really?
Yeah.
in college.
They're like
Oh, we
a
do.
lot.
I know. We know Japanese Brazilian. We just met one.
Who?
Laura. She's
Oh
Japanese
yeah,
Brazilian.
she is. Yeah.
They're like a huge community in
Oh,
Brazil,
wow.
like Japanese. So, but I feel like dating Taiwan is because of this, you know, like you can meet people from around the world. So it's really fun because, you know, they're here like temporarily. So if you don't wanna,
If you never want to see them ever again in your life, it's okay.
That's right. They're leaving anyway.
yeah, exactly. That's a good part, you know. So that's why it's fun.
So mean.
That's true. It is kind of good, but it's also a downside too. Cause
Yeah, it's a downside.
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
you get attached
the time
after
is
the first day,
Right?
and then
Yeah.
flight the next day.
literally, right?
Yeah, but you know, just go next, you know.
Next, thank you.
I love
Thank
that for
you,
you.
That is true though. Yeah,
Damn,
people are
Bruna.
quitting and going all the time in
Yeah.
Taiwan. Probably like a lot of other like, I don't know, places that have a lot of international people. They probably experience the same thing. Like just people coming in and out, friends.
True.
You know, people they're dating, whatever. Okay, can you speak Chinese?
Wait, show me.
Oh yeah. What would you say your level is out of
可以说。
10? Okay, rate your level out of
100
10.
我是
100。
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
他是
没有
他是错。
100.
I was like, huh? That's a lot.
可是，是我自己要说我的
Okay, sure. You
英文，
start.
我的中文。我觉得我中文挺好的，我妈妈觉得不好，但我觉得蛮好的。我觉得是10。
Wow, you're 10
Wow.
out of 10.
I'm trying to
Okay.
say.
I mean, you are a 10 out of 10.
Then you go. Because we're doing on the
The order.
The order. The order.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my Chinese is maybe at
No,
a.
you need to speak Chinese.
哦，好难哦，不会了啦。我觉得应该是6分。 6
太低了吧？
所以
因为我就是我当然会说中文，但是就是对话可以啊。但是我觉得如果是like工作上的话，我应该不行，不会。所以我觉得就是6分。但是如果就是 conversational 的话，OK， 那应该7、8。但是我觉得我还是没办法，就是我不知道英文的 business terms， 我也不知道，所以我是you know how would I do it in Chinese？
OK。
如果你是6分，我是4或是5，我不知道。但是我真的不喜欢说中文。
为什么？
我真的不喜欢。
可是我觉得你很害羞，
我知道为什么。
好像不是 Marie，好像不是 Marie 是这个。
别亲我，
不要亲我。
其实这是好像第一次我听 Marie 说那么长，就
哦
那么长，就是
那么长什么意思？
就是很
How
this
How
long this
long has she ever
long。
heard
他每次
this?
都
因为如果有人他们会说他们的中文很好，我不要用我的中文，
Oh, you don't use
所以跟他们我不用中文。
哦，
对啊，因为我就是我总是就是说，如果我就是 like meet a person in one language, I will always just stay in that language with them.
Yeah.
If I meet someone in English, I'll speak to them in
No, but
English.
even in like regular life, like you know when we go to a restaurant and if you two are with me and I think I mean your Chinese is better than mine, so I will just let you speak, you know.
In Chinese or in English?
Yeah, in Chinese.
Oh. I'll just listen and try to like figure out what words. If I don't understand a word, I'll ask. But yeah, I'm like, 我的中文不好。
What's the
没
grade?
有，
我觉得我中文是 like maybe 1分。
没有，一分
2
低
分
了
吧
2分。
没有嘞，2分。
5分?
What is this?
0
0 Shoot. What's 5?
OK，真的是0，真的是
5?
No, because there's Wu that she said because you said Wu-tong.
Yeah.
哦，
Oh,
无
It
糖
it means
不
like,
好意思
I don't know what she meant, but
谢谢。
哦，所以你中文那么厉害哦。
我想要练习我的中文。
好，那我们可以就是
就是说中文。
说中文啊？
有可能就是一直就是
好
录音一个 podcast，就是
完全
中文
中文
的
啊
podcast
这么难。
今天早上 is morning，
早上
早上，我妈妈教我中文。
哦，你今天学什么？
哦，我今天学 like 木 like wood, the wood like 木星 like Jupiter.
Yeah.
木星
哦，木星是
木材
I didn't
like
know.
timber.
Mm.
Yeah, that's more side.
木材 is like timber.
Timber.
哦，
木材 I don't know.
Oh,
okay.
Mu, yeah, I learned a
See,
lot
you
of
know
like
more than me.
yeah, I learned a lot of like mu words, but
Why were you learning about wood?
I don't
in your day-to-day life?
Mu like that.
Oh,
Oh, more just air
Yeah,
fungus.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I just learning about wood. You know, I don't have a lot of well, 没有很
What's
多
more art?
More,
It's like
就是
in
那
like
个
a-
it's a vegetable ear fungus.
You know that ear fungus, like that vegetable in hot pot.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
oh,
black.
the white.
So
No,
It's
no,
black.
it's
Black.
black.
It's
Okay,
black and
yeah,
it looks like
more.
like fungus.
Okay, okay.
Fungus.
Yeah,
yes, yes.
exactly. Yeah, but 我要练习中文
Okay.
因为我不知道很多中文字，所以今天晚上，
今天我想来点，今天晚上我想来点。
今天
Yes.
今天我有 podcast，
I just say podcast in Chinese.
不知道。
应该就是 podcast.
Yeah.
What is a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my Chinese level, but I'm working on it because I don't know. I'm here a lot. My grandparents don't speak Chinese. I mean, they don't speak English, so
Yeah. 然后你是台湾人。
对，我是台湾人，我是
在这边最久的。
最久 is like born here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. So, anyways.
一般台湾人，台湾人。
这是yeah，学中文是我的新年目标。
哦 look at you, 是我的目标。
2份。
Yeah, 2分。With that one, 2.5。
Yeah, so anyways, working on it. Do you guys wanna? How about you guys go through and ask? Is there any questions you wanna ask? You go
How
for
many
it.
minutes is it
Yeah,
right
how
now?
much are we?
Because I feel like it's
There's a
more
lot-
than
there's a
1
lot,
hour.
yeah.
Like
We're at we have about 10 more minutes.
Where did it go?
Because we're at only
Where did it
18.
go?
Oh, sorry. Big spoon or little spoon?
What does that have to do with Taiwan?
Just kidding.
Big spoon.
I'm big spoon too.
Oh, I guess we can. I mean, maybe we can end with like, are you gonna move again?
Oh yeah. Are you gonna move again?
So, yeah. So I mean, you guys have been here for a while now, but how long do you guys plan on staying in Taiwan? Are you gonna move anytime soon? Do you see yourself living here for the rest of your life?
I'm not gonna stay forever for sure. Because I think I'm gonna go back to studying at some point, but it's not definite yet. But
Yeah, so maybe like
Do you
this
think within
year?
the year?
Yeah, within the year you're gonna move out.
we'll see.
Really?
I need to see like the
I thought.
entry requirements, the deadlines, and everything.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Where would you see yourself going to study if you do?
I'll talk about it later when it's more concrete.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Andre?
I'm only staying now and to get my APRC, my permanent residency, and I should be able to apply for it by next year, January.
Okay.
So if everything works out well in terms of the application process, if I get the APRC, then I mean I won't dip out right away like bye peace out, but I do plan. I'm just staying for at least 1 more year. I still have at least 1 more year to get my APRC.
Is it until like September or something?
Sorry,
When is the date?
I would have been maybe around September, but then I traveled for like 2 months, so then I kind of like just not procrastinate. What is the word? It
Move it. Postpone.
postponed.
Oh.
It just postponed like the process, and so now I have to wait until January of 2024 to apply
Oh, okay. So you'll be here for another year.
for at least another year.
TBD.
TBD. What is TBD?
To be determined.
To what?
To be determined.
The beginning.
Oh, okay, determined.
The best day.
The best.
The best.
I'm confused. For me, so basically, I don't know, like, I'm sure, it's because I'm doing college right now. I'm freshman, 22 years old freshman. So, yeah. So, like, when I graduate, I'm like 27. It's kind of sad.
Oh.
You keep saying that.
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
that's fine.
Was it Harrison Ford didn't make his first, movie gig till 35?
Wow,
Thirty
It was time.
Oh,
It was
okay. Harrison Ford.
The guy in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was 35. Anyways, you have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I just cannot imagine me like being college with 27 years old. Like I feel like okay, but basically I still have like 4 years left. So basically I feel like I'm gonna stay here for a while because I really want to like just finish this college, just get my diploma, and that's all. But after this, I will look for something more like opportunities, for like jobs, but not in Taiwan.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you'll leave afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea where you would want to go?
I still want to go like at Asian place, or like maybe because especially I want to use Chinese as my like benefits, no, not benefit,
Advantage.
advantage.
Yeah.
So if I work at some company, it's like has to be for me. Like I think I will take the advantage. If it's like Asian company that like Chinese company.
No, I need Chinese.
So that's I think I'm planning to do. But this depends like how my internship is gonna be. If I take an internship or like the opportunities that's gonna
Yeah.
take. Yeah,
So-
but I don't want to stay here forever. Also,
Yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah, me neither.
too small. Like you
It
know,
is
like
small, yeah.
Mhm.
Next few years.
yeah,
Mhm.
next few years.
For me, for sure, I will be here till June 30th of this year. But then afterwards, I don't know. I literally have no idea what's gonna happen in my life.
You could also stay.
I could leave. I could also stay. I could also leave and then come back.
That's what I was gonna
It
say.
doesn't-
She'll leave and come back.
Yeah,
Just leave and come back, leave and come back.
Yeah. I think like in my life though, I'll always be coming to
Coming.
Taiwan. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna live or whatever. But I don't really want to work in my city back in Canada right now.
Mm.
In Taiwan, it's like quite comfortable for me now.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know where I'll be, but for sure in and out of Taiwan for my lifetime. That's why I need to know Chinese better because I know I'm gonna be coming back and forth for sure.
Jayo.
Yeah, 谢谢朋友.
Is this the end?
不客气.
Yeah, this is the end. What do you guys think?
So hungry.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
She's like, oh my god.
anything. What time
So
is it?
can we
Okay.
take like more questions?
That was good.
I want to talk more about
Yeah.
what is your star sign and how do you think it manifests in your day-to-day life? Explain that with 5 paragraphs.
We could do a whole podcast about astrology.
We could, yeah.
Astrology?
Oh, that would be kind of funny.
Like if
Yeah,
we
I have-
believe about it, if we have
You
like,
do know anything?
I have no
Anything
idea. Yeah, I haven't
about it.
anything.
Oh, okay.
No, but we can discuss if you believe about it.
Oh
and
yeah.
then
Oh,
And you
just
can
like
like
a
say
bit.
what we can say are and then you
what
say
you
like
are and like what you describe
If we
yourself.
agree.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
Yeah. I did a little bit of that in my other one, but I didn't go into depth, so we could definitely do that. Like, honestly, just send any questions or topics that you have either to my Instagram, which is like at Strawbenny, or the podcast Instagram, which is the Half Sweet Podcast, or you can just comment. I don't know. Do whatever's easiest for you, and then yes, I hope
You do
guys-
you, we do us.
Yeah. Is that our
do
like
you, we do
the
us.
slogan now? You do you, we do us.
That could be.
I could be one of them. We can have a couple. All right, we'll end here. Bye.
bye bye.